Hi! Oh, my stars. I just screwed up running around and I forgot to hit the live button again until it was like 1 second left on the countdown. But here we are. I'm Regina, and you are you. Welcome to Conversations with Regina today. We've got this fabulous show going on. Or at least I think it's fabulous. What we're going to do is we're going to call this a new beginning. And so in our new beginning, we're going to do a mission statement today. And we want the audience to give us some input and, to where the direction that you want us to go in. And first, you'll be working with my friend Christy, who, how come you're muted still? There you go.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, Christy's the moderator, and she'll be in the chat room with you all. And, gosh, we're just dropping.
Hi, everybody.
Like quickly here. Oh, my stars. So anyway, I hope that we have a great show today. And, it's going to be good. What do you think, Christy?
Should be good so far. I'm like a time delay echo here, and I'll meet the challenge.
Okay. Well, you probably got both the StreamYard and the YouTube on at the same time, huh? That's why you've got the echo going. Well, I'm going to kick you back out and get on with this. We've got to do all of our banners and whatnot, and we'll talk to you later. So thanks, Christy, for all the work that you do. I really appreciate your work in the chat room. Yeah. Okay. So here we are, and let's go through our banners, and please give us some likes and subscribe to our channel. I mean, we're trying to do the thing. I mean, when the end of today is over, it will be more obvious what we're trying to do. And so stay tuned, stay notified, subscribe, and like if you like what we're doing. And if you got any ideas as to the direction to go, then say something. This is the place to say it. And we're brought to you by Raise Rose Coffee, which I'm the proprietor of. Today I am drinking, what was it that I was drinking? Oh, a Burundi Gahahi. Excellent little coffee. And we do a lot of single origin varietals, and just one blend. The Queen's blend is the only true blend that we do, and then we do mostly single origin varietals. We have coffees from all over the world, kind of specializing in Central America because it's a little more farmer direct, in my opinion. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to start bringing on my co-hosts, and we'll get this show on the road. And first off, and I'm just taking everyone in order as they appeared in my green room. Casey Kelly, the famous comic strip lady.
How's it going? Yeah.
Good.
We're doing great today, huh?
Well, how'd your job thing go yesterday? Are you in?
As far as I know, just waiting on a few other tests to come back before they schedule me for orientation. And But so as far as I know, yeah, they want me to try to start next week, Monday. So we'll see.
So what does that mean with our show?
I may be a little late.
Okay. Well, that's one of the things I want to talk about today is maybe changing the time of it too. So let's bring Lara in and get the show on the road, so to speak. What do you think?
Sure. I need to leave for a second. My daughter just came home, so I have to go get her off the
Okay,
bus.
I'll remove you and let Lara in. Hey,
Bonjour.
how are you
doing?
today? Oh, we're getting all kinds of comments going here.
Yeah, I just said hello in the chats. Just made an appearance there for a second. I didn't realize I could actually chat in the along while we're doing live, so that's cool. Looks like I can. So nice to see you, Regina. Love
It
sending
is
my love.
good to be seen. And you're up there camping and whatnot, and looks good.
Yeah, we have a camp out at a resort out here. There's where they have lots and everything, and you can bring your camper and they pay you a rental for a year, and you can keep your camper here. So I have a camper here with my daughter. We went splits on it, and I'm just winterizing everything. It's time to kind of like shut everything down. So you gotta create. You have to like winterize the camper, and
Right.
I'm just cleaning the yard up and taking the tents down. And we had a bug tent and stuff, and
Yeah,
some
can
yard
you get
work.
in there at all in the wintertime?
Well, yeah, it's only for the summer, spring, and fall.
Oh, so they don't keep the road plowed?
We could come out here if we wanted to, but we still have to winterize the camper because
Right,
it's
absolutely.
running water. It's not heated.
Right. No, I get all that, and
Yeah.
but sometimes it's nice to go out there, especially. Well, let's take a look in the chat room while we're waiting for Casey to come back. She just returned, and hi, Toby Creates. How are you doing today? And Simone. Hi, Simone. Good to see you here. I almost called you last night, but I didn't. I was busy talking to Lara. So anyway, good to see you. And
Hi, Toby. Hi, Simone. Hi, Christy in the chats. Okay, so I can't comment. I thought I was commenting in the chats, but I guess it's a private chat thing.
oh, you comment. Oh, no, you did it in the private chat.
Yeah, I didn't realize what I was doing. Oh, well, it's okay. At least I can read what everybody has to say.
Okay, go.
Yeah.
Still figuring out how this thing works.
Oh, well. So show here. And so what we're trying to do today is create a mission statement for this show so that we can be focused, have a little more focus, and make it easier to, oh gosh, so people know what they can expect when they get here. And so we're going to establish some territory for topics, and we want to establish that we're a positive channel for trans and LGBT issues, and it's a safe place to come and park your carcass in the chat room, and so that's kind of and I think we need to make sure that love and compassion is in our statement.
Always.
And so I hope Christy's getting this today. So I should probably be keeping notes here a little bit myself, but I need to kind of keep paying attention too. So, where should we go with this first?
I think love and kindness should be at the top of the list for sure.
Okay.
I'm making notes too.
Okay.
Loving kindness. The things that are essential for everyday living, and they're often the things that we take advantage of or take for granted. There it is. Take for granted. But it's specifically like how we form the love in which we're giving to each other, because I've noticed that there are definitely different kinds of love and different levels, and being aware of the love you have for yourself helps you be aware of the love you give to others. And being able to honestly say, I love myself, gives you a better chance to give your wholehearted love to others.
I couldn't agree with you more on loving ourselves, but in context of what we're trying to do to make a mission statement, do we need to include that in? Because to love everyone is to be kind to everyone.
So,
I mean, I really don't know how to describe it better than that. We need sometimes to have boundaries. We need to but we want to keep what we're doing here positive. And so if we're just kind to everyone, then do we need more of a description about love than that?
how about an opening when the show starts, where we acknowledge everybody who our audience, where we're so we might say, hello everyone, we're here for you. This shows wouldn't be here without you.
Mm-hmm.
We see you, we love you, we care about how you're doing. We encourage you to share with us on the show.
Right.
Something along that lines.
So Francie says inclusivity, includes everyone, where it could also be said that we are a show of positivity and inclusivity, showing love, compassion, and kindness, or something like that.
You can imply it too. You don't necessarily have to directly say it. Maybe
Right.
like, I see you, I hear you, we appreciate you.
Mhm.
We love that you're here to share with us. We always read your comments. Please comment.
Well,
Whoever you are, we want to hear from you.
Valine, hi, how are you doing today? Good to see you, sweetie. Kindness does not require love, but if you are kind, love isn't far behind.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's that broad expanse of the word love. We all got to come up with our own definitions, but to me, kindness is part of love. And so love goes, there's lots of levels of love, I think.
Simone says love goes to another level from kindness.
Right. I just saw that.
I think all things flow from love, like understanding, kindness, of course, compassion, trust can come through that if we practice each of those things. Respect for others. I think those are the kind of things.
That's a good word, isn't it?
Yeah, we have to respect each other in the way we try to present our views. That we're not trying to, like, our way is the only way. No, there's as many ways as there are people. There's no right or wrong way.
Oh no, no, my way is it, or it's the highway. Just kidding.
Francie says self-protection, also willingness to stand up for and defend others. Exactly. I think we're going to have a wonderful conversation here today. I think we're going to get lots of good comments to ponder. And maybe you're right. Maybe we'll read them over after, because we want the things that are being shared in the chats and in the comments of the YouTube video after it's been out. Hopefully people will respond and share what they want to hear, what interests them.
Well, they're responding faster than I can write.
I know, yeah. Hello, Violin. Do you say your name Violin, or how would you pronounce
Violin?
Voulin. Voulet. Is that a French name?
Yes, it's I forgot exactly what it meant, but it's Voulin.
Voulin. Hi, Voulin. I don't think I've met you. At least
she's been around forever. So no, she's an active member of this our crew. So anyway, so what I've got going down, I got love and kindness, essential for everyday living, positivity, inclusivity. What do I need to add to that for this part? And then let's go on to some of the things, examples of the things that we want to talk about.
Go ahead, Casey.
I noticed Toby mentioned something about educating ourselves, allies, and those willing to listen and learn. Discussion about that the other day, and like we don't necessarily how we don't necessarily want to be like teaching, but it's more of a we're sharing the knowledge and the experience in our experiences, our experience, strength, and hope. And for those who, as Toby said, are willing to listen and learn, we're not pushing. I saw something the other day that made me laugh. Sorry. It's like they were talking about the gay agenda, and from the makers of the gay agenda comes the transmission. So
that's a play on words. I love it.
Yeah, so we're not trying to push the transmission, but we're giving out the knowledge and giving out our personal experience, strength, and hope for those who care to learn.
Oh gosh.
Well, you know what? Along that lines, for those who care to, learn, absolutely. On my homepage, on my Facebook page, and this is not a promotion or anything, it's just something I remember sitting there and thinking, what do I want to kind of put out there when someone looks at my homepage, right? And a saying, right? Because on Facebook you can put a little saying. So I put a lot of different things over time, but eventually I settled on sharing hearts at sharing space. Sharing space at sharing hearts. And the reason I said that is because if I have an agenda, my agenda is to be a part of something where I feel like we're sharing our hearts. Like we're sharing an openness to listen, to hold space for each other. And that would include whoever would be in our chats. That would include anybody that comments on the post. It doesn't say it exactly, but there's people who I don't think we should have chats full of hate, obviously. So I probably wouldn't really want that in my chats. Or I would read it and I would be open to listen to it. But the whole point is to come from a place of love rather than hate. I can't do both. I've never been able to do hate. I don't know how to do hate.
We're not gonna let's skip the whole freaking hate thing.
So that
hate gets kicked out by a moderator.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're not dealing with that. I'm not gonna listen to it, and if we're gonna like invite, no. This is about positivity, a good message for trans women to put out to the world that we are human beings and we have this other stuff going on. And this is like a repair shop for the transmission, or a transmission repair shop. No, I'm just kind of building off of Simone's transmission type of chat room. But on
that particular note, it's kind of like the only thing that makes it a transmission kind of chat room is what we have in common here. Otherwise, it's not. We're not going for trans specifically. We are looking at the entire LGBT community, and then from there even further, the human race. It's
our human experience.
Our human experience, exactly. It's just the thing that makes it seem like the transmission is like the foundation where we're starting because of the fact that we are trans women. And that's the only thing that makes it even remotely close to a transmission. The only thing.
Yeah, I agree. I want to talk about different things. I want to talk about climate. I want to talk about the environment. I want to talk about going downtown. I want to talk about, to a minor degree, the pandemic, the apocalypse that's impending, the economy, without getting involved into a bunch of frickin' politics, without, having us versus them, without all, just try and talk about some of the things that we're faced with in our world, in the planet. I mean, there's 7 billion people on this planet. There's like 120 degrees, and I use Fahrenheit temperature in the northern part of Canada, where it never gets to be nighttime this summer. That's way too flippin' hot. And 135 is when things start dying because it's cooked, and that includes human beings. And
well, I'm laughing right now. I'm thinking about you and me were chatting last night, Regina, about we made a joke about a trans show that doesn't talk about trans stuff. Well, we would talk about trans stuff, but we would talk about anything because we're people. We live in a world. We feel the same things every other human in this world feels. So why can't we talk about the, global warming or how the things that are going on in our lives beyond trans,
I love this one. Human beings
Yes,
before
exactly,
anything
Francis.
else. Regina and Company transmission repair.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
perfect.
there goes Christy being a distraction again. Oh, I love her.
That might have a double meaning, but I like
Oh, look at this!
Regina and
But I
Company.
like
Yeah,
Regina and Companies. If do we have a channel name change?
yeah, it could be. Well, and we're all still trying to we're kind of like getting used to each other. And Company, people could still join this group, and we could have guest speakers and stuff like anybody else. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, if you want to.
I personally think it would be great to once in a while have Marty here.
We're negotiating.
Yeah.
She wants us to get kind of settled in first.
I also thought I had it on that vein. Okay, so I have an indigenous background. That's where my heart has been. I identify that way, and we have elders come in and do teachings. Someone was talking about an education. Well, a teaching is really a story shared by an elder, or it can be just an individual who has been given a gift of a teaching and wants to pass it along. So I can think of, maybe if things go well, maybe someone that I know might be willing to come on and talk about a burning topic that we are interested in. Something indigenous. Why can't we talk about things like that too?
Yeah.
Or,
well, sure.
Yeah, like honorable mention. Right from my heart.
I think right now I'm perfectly willing to have guests come on, and then we become kind of like The View or something, where there's this table full of women, and in the central location is we've got somebody to ask questions of, and they can tell a story or whatever we've agreed on for them to do. I think that's great, and I foresee that coming up further on down the road. But I think that right now we kind of need to keep learning about how we kind of interact and whatnot. So yeah, no, I'm not trying to discourage that kind of thought at all, but it's still out there.
Kind of getting away from a mission statement.
Yeah, exactly.
But in our hour and a half time we have here together, sharing our hearts and whatever, maybe we could also, as part of our mission, give a space for a sharing.
Okay.
So maybe that could be included in there. So we always, like, how you started off, I love about your show.
Yeah.
Your reading. You made a space for a reading, and I know that a lot of us really love those readings. It helped us. Who knows what it was about, whatever struck you, whatever stood out to you, so maybe something like that. A space for a reading, a space for a story. And Casey could share a story. You could share a story. I could, maybe just a 5-minute little short story that would kind of maybe broach a subject.
Oh, yeah. Because that's usually what Regina's readings often do. She'll read something, and then that'll end up catching something, and someone will start talking about it. And that's kind of the point, is the sharing it, and based off of the idea of someone else.
Okay, yeah, I got no problem with that. So the other thing I think that we kind of need to talk about is our time, is Wednesday noon a bad time now? Or should we kind of move it a little bit later, like say 4 or Western time, which would be 7 Eastern time, or maybe even another 5 Western time, and catch people after they get home from work out here in the West. And
Yeah, maybe the audience can give us their
Yeah.
feeling about a suitable time for the show. If there's a better time, that would be, would it be better to have it in the evening? I know we have these time zones, so some right now it's 3:30 here, but where you are, it's actually 12:30, right?
But as the pandemic wears on, people are staying home less and less and less.
They're going back out to
We
work.
started the noon show on Beyond Trans, a year and a half ago. Everybody was locked down, staying home, and now, as from the numbers that I see watching us, is really not very many. And so, would we be better served? Would we be able to reach more people if we changed our time?
Well, traditionally, people tend to work during the day, but that's not always the case. There's a lot of shift workers and everything else. And some people work permanently on night shifts. And in my case, I'm recently retired, so I kind of have a lot of open time. But at the same time, my Wednesday evenings are booked for the next year.
Right. I don't think that it would be on Wednesday. It would have to be another day, probably. But what do we think? Christy's saying a later time would work for her. Francie is saying prefer noon or earlier, but other people might disagree.
I do like this particular time. Like for you, if noon is my, like your noon is my 3.
Mm-hmm.
So
right, but
it fits into my schedule, and it could be on a different day of the week and still be at the same time too. But I'm kind of like flexible and fortunate that I can do that. I know, Casey, you're just maybe starting a new job, and congratulations, by the way. I hope that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
God willing, Creator willing. But anyways, do you even know what kind of a schedule you would have?
I'd work until 2:45, which would be quarter to noon there for you, Regina, and it's about a 20-minute drive. So, 3:15, 3:30. So if we pushed up maybe an hour, then we wouldn't interfere with your session, your evening session, and
right.
Simone,
we don't have to figure that out today. So let's get back to our mission statement.
Simone says, "Church with Regina, congratulations."
We're still all over the place. Let's bring this baby home, and so how do we talk about the human experience, and or do we just say it like that? We are a channel that's about love, kindness, and compassion for everyday living. We want positivity and inclusivity in all our affairs. What do you...
Sounds like a hodgepodge of all different kind of ideas. We need to come up with a nice little catchy phrase to say it.
So worried about catchy.
Yeah.
But it definitely needs some work.
What's wrong with picking up the experience, strength, and hope? Kind of picking up where that was left off.
Well, I wouldn't use that without that's what's on Marty's channel.
Mhm.
That I wouldn't use that without her permission or talking to her about it.
Yeah.
I'm you and you're me. I like the way you started every show.
But
Yeah.
that's just my that's just me.
That's just you. But isn't that
Um, but it's not the authentically what we're trying to do is be authentic in an approach to living our lives
Mhm.
in presenting human living authentically.
Oh, hey, Simone's got one.
oh,
Some transmissions of love and kindness with Regina and company.
yeah, I think
Oh.
that's what she meant to say, kinda.
Mhm.
Kindness. I'm sure she meant, I think you meant kindness. Yes,
Yeah.
she did it. She repeated it. I like that, Simone. Transmissions of love and kindness with Regina and company. That's really simple. It's open to anything. I know it's, you could elaborate on it a little more, but that's really something. I like that.
It's a great foundation to start with, at least, and we can mold.
Yeah, it kind of sounds uh huh.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't know.
it right now nothing is really concrete. It's like Play-Doh, like clay. We're still molding it.
Right, right,
We haven't
right.
put it in the kiln yet.
So if we like started off with that kind of as a title line.
Well, when I'm sitting with my partner and she's got to write an address to some people through work and stuff like that, we sit down and we hammer out. We write down ideas, and the thing we started with was the germ of the idea. What we get at the end always kind of finds itself.
And so Ash puts in the only potential issue with transmissions in the title is that it's already used by Gwen Smith in her series of articles in the Bay Area.
Well, hey, yeah, we might find a conflict with some other broadcast.
Well, yeah, and I there was a deal, publication in Medium too that used transmission in there. Bethany was part of that. That was actually how I discovered Bethany.
I recently read a story about another YouTube channel that I don't remember the name they went by, but they inadvertently duplicated somebody else's. So they got into quite the tiff, and it was just misunderstanding, right? They didn't intend to. It happened, and it took a long time to resolve itself. It shouldn't have, but it did, because people got offended. And they thought other things. It wasn't intentional, and as soon as they found out, they changed the name of the YouTube channel, and everything was fine after that. So we might find that we might pick something, and then we might find we have to change it, and that's okay too.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, all we can do is just kind of go forward and find out what, where we want to go even. But I don't know. When I started this show this morning, I didn't really kind of plan on changing the name of the channel or anything. I was just trying to find 3 sentences that described what we were going to do with our show here. And I don't mind changing the name of the show, but I don't really want to get into changing the name of the channel because we already have a certain amount of time of recognition. And so
you want to keep it
conversations with Regina, but this show could be anything. You know, we don't have to have the conversations with Regina in the show title. But I'm not going to change the name of the channel because we've already got X number of subscribers, and you know, it just I don't want to start over.
Would you just put underneath your the title of your show a different one or the same one, like a mission statement that's kind of added to the name of the show?
Yeah, we can change the name of the show. It's not that big a deal. So rapidly getting back to a mission statement.
Everybody's voice matters.
What's that?
Everybody's voice matters.
Voice matters.
Everyone has a voice. Everyone's voice matters. I was going back on something that we had talked about the other day, talking about how the way things are making people think that their voice doesn't matter. What we want to bring to the show is that no, your voice does matter. My voice matters, Regina's voice matters, Lara's voice matters, Christy's voice matters, and the voices of all the people in the chat room. Everyone's voice matters. Everyone has a voice. That could be, the first sentence of our mission statement.
What do you think, Regina?
I'm busy writing.
You're writing. Good. Okay. I see House of Ashabayu. I used to run a blog.
Has like thrown the word transpire out there. Ash has.
Yeah, so she said, I used to run the blog site Transpire, but it no longer exists. So
and then
that's kind of an interesting. I like
I like Transpire. Simone, Trans Voices of Love and Kindness with Regina and Company. Well, that's kind of nice.
Yeah, it kind of has a nice ring to it. You could use the name of your show as it is and just add that down below as a mission statement to kind of work from. From something like that, you could go on to a topic for the day, or because you write, you add at the bottom of the introduction some kind of an introduction, right? Always about the show, and that's where you want to put this mission statement. You want to kind of include it.
Well, the mission statement just kind of goes up on the channel page, and it's just kind of a guideline that we use when we're like trying to come up with a topic for the show. It doesn't show up every day. It's just kind of the basis for why we exist, That's why, it's a focal point. We use it as a focal point when we're sitting down talking about what we're going to do. This is a guideline to keep us on track. And from, we need that.
Looking at Simone's little slogan there that she came up with, I could easily see our, looking at with love and kindness at the world, at our earth, how that idea, that concept that she's sharing, all of our collective voices, my Indigenous background fits into that perfectly. I could talk about just about anything I might want to interject into the conversation. And it allows me that space. Again, I like that. You know, I really like that particular saying you came up with, Simone. That's awesome.
So this is like the definition. Simone always takes the time to go look this stuff up where you know, bless her heart, because a mission statement is a short statement of why an organization exists, what its overall goal is, which reiterates what I've been saying.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm trying to establish today.
So I think Simone's little statement is really high up there in my books. I like it.
Yeah, I love it. You know, it's cool.
Companies often take 6 months to figure out a mission statement. Best to put ideas on Post-its, arrange them on a board, read them out, and condense into. So this, you know, you're right. Absolutely. This might not be a one-day affair. It might be a little while. And I think she's right. I think we need to like put them on the board and say, okay, ponder it. Do we still feel the same way tomorrow?
And Christy will send us all this stuff that's coming up in the chat. And
True.
So
Francie says,
I mean, we could come up with something. And I was thinking 2 or 3 sentences rather than just one sentence. But
what about something something to do with, because we also kind of going with the voices of love and kindness, and how I said, you know, everyone has a voice. What if another sentence had something to do with connecting with our community? Because that there is another really broad sentence, because that can fork out to Lara's Indigenous roots. It can branch out to the community in terms of environment and climate, and then at its base it branches out to the LGBT community. So some kind of sentence involving connecting with the community would or like reaching out to our community or something like that. And again, I'm going based off of what we spoke about the other day. I was plucking out like
how about we add that to Simone's? Okay, I'll just throw the words into it just now. So trans voices, our community voice, our family voice of love and kindness with Regina and company. Maybe that's getting too wordy and too long.
Be true to yourself. I like that. That needs to be.
Yeah, I like that. I like what Simone's saying here.
Yeah. Be true to yourself. Everyone has a voice.
We're filled with love and kindness and compassion.
Yeah.
And another thought I have too, I mean, getting back to that, this will take more than just today. I really think we hope that people respond to the video that you put it out when you put it out after. You should give them time for it to be out there, and people who watch the video might have something to share. Maybe you never know where it'll come from. There's probably a lot of people who read the comments and listen to the video and might be inspired to share their thought about this, because we really are open and we really do want everyone.
Can you guys handle it for
Oh, sure.
to write? And so I'm going to remove myself for a second. I'm just going to be sitting right here, and I'll hear every word you guys are saying.
So keep
And I'm
it.
going to watch you, but I want to just be able to write in peace. I got an idea, and I'm going to try and put it together.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
I like Fancy's comment about a wide open door to the community. That takes what I said and puts a new spin on it, and I like how Fancy put that. Wide open door to the community. That's another good
Wide
one.
open door to them. Just reading it now. Yeah. Well, that's kind of the idea too. Christy says the comment section might be a great place for all of us, including the hosts, for further discussion on a mission statement.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know there were times when like people would comment on some of Chloe's videos, and she would get back and comment right up in there to them and reply. So yeah, the comment section is not just for the people watching. It's for everybody.
Yeah. I have to ask, what you're wearing a bandana? It looks like a knitted one. Did you knit that, or did your partner knit that for you?
My wife made it. Yeah.
Yeah, and what's that on the side? I'm trying to see what it is.
She added
a heart.
It's like a steampunk kind of heart.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let me see if I can get a little closer here. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. What's it made out of?
The heart, or this is just
the heart. Yeah.
Oh, it's just like a little button. It's just like a little button.
She found this heart-shaped button, and she knitted a ribbon style thing on it, and then I think it suits your hair color and design, what you have. It looks great. I think we kept ourselves busy till you got back.
Here's the
already wrote. What do you got?
I think one sentence, maybe fragments, but an open door for the community where the voice of everyone matters as we discuss matters affecting the world with love, compassion, and kindness.
That's perfect. I love it.
What is the voices out in the?
You sound so diplomatic when you said that.
But at the same time, it sounds diplomatic, but it also helps to show the wisdom that comes from not only just us, but the chat room too. Because we had help with this, and that was what we were going for. Everyone has a voice, and together we put together what she just read. That was awesome. I love that, and thank you to everyone in the chat who had some sort of part in this, and even for people who
wait
a minute. Yeah, we're not finished, anywhere near finished yet. That's just the first really draft from all the different ideas. We're gonna get sidetracked and get way off track at least once during this show, can't we? We always do.
I thought we've gotten way off track several times already.
4 times. The 4 directions. We went off in the 4 directions.
So maybe I should make a second sentence here.
Mm-hmm.
So let me go see what I can craft away at. So if I can figure out how to leave.
And again, Fancy, another good one. The willingness to stand up and defend those who need help and protection. Because as a community, we also have to keep in mind.
Go ahead. Sorry,
we also have to keep in mind. Like there are a lot of people, and not necessarily just in the LGBT community, but there's people in general who are not necessarily out about specific things. Some aren't about their identity, some about their orientation, some about even something as minute as I like this particular kind of coffee, or I like this particular movie, but it's the willingness to stand up and defend. We and again, using the LGBT as an example, we are one of the things I heard a lot during Pride Month is those of us that are visible are here to help and defend those who may not be. So we're standing up and defending those who need the help. And
not everybody's able or willing or even has the wherewithal to be public, so to speak. And that's we each have a gift to share. I always think of that as a gift. So you may be a little flamboyant or a little more outgoing than some. Yes, and I'm always an affair of the heart, feeling my way around the world and quite open about it, and I try my best each day to carry that love and kindness idea into each moment of my day. And, a lot of people will think that's a lot of hoofda, real world, real life ain't nothing like that. It's more like you get up and you trudge, and so I don't know where that goes, but
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yes, hostess.
So an open door for the community where the voice of everyone matters as we discuss matters affecting the world with love, compassion, and kindness. We look to defend and support marginalized peoples of the world.
Yeah, all inclusive, all marginalized. Yeah. It could be something like that. Yeah.
Very, very good. Very, very, very nice.
So I see one problem. So the voice of everyone matters as we discuss matters. We've got two, as we discuss things affecting. What's another word for matters?
Things. As we discuss
affairs, circumstances, events, experiences,
affairs, circumstances,
troubles.
About events.
It could be events.
Yeah.
Read it one more time, Regina.
An open door for the community where the voice of everyone matters as we discuss matters affecting the world with love, compassion, and kindness. Period. We look to defend and support marginalized peoples of the world. I think events would work.
How about where life matters become us? Life matters.
Well, matters is the word.
I know you're trying to get away from the word matters.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find a way to make it right.
The
like
voice
a
of
rhyme
everyone
in there.
matters
Something.
as we discuss events affecting the world. Affecting, not effecting.
Because events is
Issues,
broad.
topics.
Yeah.
Francie says use the word issues or topics, maybe. Violin says
Topics.
welcoming.
Topics is another good one.
How about welcoming?
Where
Does that fit in there?
I am not sure about the word welcoming. Elucidate, please. Relevant instead of matters.
Relevant instead of matters. Relevant is kind of more in keeping with the feel of what
where everyone is relevant instead.
it's kind of like, see, I see you. It's an acknowledgement. Kind of like
I
that.
kind of like that.
Possibly. Maybe that might work.
There we go.
Marginalized could include those greatly impacted by global warming and other worldwide concerns. Yeah, see, I mean, this
absolutely.
opens up the door. We can talk about anything. We certainly don't want to restrict ourselves.
No.
I don't think. And we still want to
So
keep.
this way, okay, here it is, an open door for the community where the voice of everyone is relevant as we discuss events affecting the world with love, compassion, and kindness.
Cha-ching.
We look to defend and support marginalized peoples of the world.
To
So
me,
we
it feels
get
like it's
there?
starting to get a little long, maybe. But you're going to include that as a little statement in the, in every one of your weekly videos, right? It's going to be down in the comment section, in the, in the YouTube video.
Goes on the YouTube channel site.
Yeah.
And then we just always have it in the back of our mind. This is the only time that it's ever going to be a true part of the show.
Mm-hmm. The discussion of it.
It'll become the pillars of what we are trying to represent.
Right. We're laying a foundation.
Yep.
We're doing the groundwork. We're trying to build something here so that we can go forward and actually have an audience that when they join us, they know what we're talking about. And so we should probably make posts in places where we've done something and talk this as our mission statement. Maybe, I don't know.
As soon as we come up with something a little closer, I can even make a comic strip about it to spread the word even more.
There you go.
So.
Yeah.
And it'll become part of my space where I share hearts.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a building block of what we're trying to accomplish here.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a very good start here.
Yeah. And
well, I'm having one of those, I feel like I should sidetrack us moments. You better stop me. My mind just going.
Well, do you want to do your reading?
Yeah, there you go. Let's have reading.
Me?
Time.
A reading?
You had one last night.
Oh, I thought you told me you didn't want me to read it.
What planet?
See, I misunderstood you. Okay, I have a reading. I'm reading. Okay, I do have a reading. Absolutely. This is a book I've been, I'm doing a kind of an apprenticeship, a year's walk around the medicine wheel with some amazing elders and women. And this is a book that sort of broke out from that it was suggested for us to read, kind of like your braiding sweetgrass book. It has there's a mission behind the book, actually, and it's in keeping really with what we're trying to do here in this show. Life is a lot more than just the individual issues we have. There's a greater purpose to everything. Anyways, I opened it up to this page, and there's a little poem of sorts.
Is that the one you read me last night?
No, this is a different one now. So
I haven't cleared that one.
I like it because it says talks with relations. Hey, okay. What did you say?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. My mind's on this reading. I'm relating it into our conversation. talks with relations. Well, what's we're doing here? We're all talking with our relations. We're all contributing. So the reading says, Mother of Nature talks with her kin, stone person, wildflower, and wolf are her friend. Better turn and face you all while I'm reading it. Weaving the rhythms of the seasons, she rides the winds of change, opening her heart with gladness, a shelter from hunger and pain, guardian of the needs of the earth, making relatives great and small. Mother, I see you in the dewdrop. I hear you in the eagle's call. And I might add, the eagle's about truth. And what are we really trying to do here on this show? We want to share our truth. We want to talk about real life and real matters, things that we care about. People. We love you all. We want you to have a good day. We want to support that, whatever it is you're going through. And I just added a whole bunch of other stuff. I should have stopped and let the reading sink in. I'm going to be quiet for a moment. You guys can take it away.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So, we've really come a long ways now.
Yeah.
We've got the reading in.
Yay.
Yeah, good job. That was really short.
Sometimes less is more.
There you go. I always remember less is more. It's and so it gets back to listening, you know, we were talking about it's almost as important to listen as it is to think. Oh, Gracie's here. Hi, Gracie. Remember we was talking about listening, Lara?
Yes.
And how important it was sometimes just to take the time to listen to silence. And
silence is golden. You know, we really it's an art that we can practice and can always get a little better at. You know, again, that's something I thought I knew how to listen, but I'm so easily distracted from actually listening.
God,
and
welcome to my world.
Yeah. No, Christy was asking if I could make sure this gets in the comments. Okay, well, I can say it out loud. The book is The 13 Original Clan Mothers. I'll hold it up so people can see it, hopefully. And Jamie Sams is the author. I know it was written with a lot of input from Indigenous grandmothers. Don't know much else about the book. I'm working through it right now. The quote I read is, I just noticed there's no page numbers. Oh, there. It's on page 30 of this book that I read this little poem from. So I don't know. That's not the same as having it written in the chats, but hopefully someone might want to look at the book or investigate it.
Cool.
So
our show today is to reiterate for those who just got here, is we're talking about writing a mission statement for this show so that we can actually stay focused and move forward. And when you tune in every week, you know what we're you know, roughly what we're going to be talking about, the kind of things that we're going to be talking about. And so the other thing, now is the time to throw ideas at us if you've ever had an idea about what you want this show to be. And the other thing is to throw ideas out there about what time you would like to see this show, and maybe even a day change. Those are pretty far off, though.
And I would add, anybody who sees the video and wants to chat on the YouTube video in the comments over the next coming week or two, that we'll definitely read whatever you have to share, and we encourage you to please share with us. We love anything that you might share that's positive, that's helpful, that is inclusive and helps us be together in a good space here.
Right on.
Everyone has a voice.
Everyone's voice matters, and I do try to watch the comments and comment back, and these other two are more than welcome, and I encourage them to do the same as is watch. And I know it's difficult because I've kind of gotten bad here lately, but anyway, this show is as much for you all as it is for us too. I mean, without an audience, there's really not much point. And so, you know,
even then, without an audience, you know, the audience could be one, and it could make the difference in the world. We don't know what creator, why we need to be here sometimes. Maybe one person hears one thing from something one of us shared, changes their lives, and they go on to do incredible things.
Mm-hmm.
Is that, to me, we don't know. But you need to have faith and trust, right? And believe, imagine, dream into reality. I just put a plug in for your comment. I don't know that. I'm sorry I got sidetracked. That came up, but I just love your dreams into reality comics. That's all. You know, I think we all do need to dream, and we all do need to imagine and share at Sharing Hearts.
So there we go, the homework Regina. Assignments, and we'll finalize this further on down the road. Oh, my stars, I'm way behind.
Oh, 2 homework assignments.
I completely forgot about the chats that Christy was sending.
I think it's been amazing. Dear. All the comments in the chats, right involved with us. They're right with us in every breath we're taking and every word we're sharing. They're right there in the thick of it all with us. That's awesome. Oh, Regina took off again. She keeps doing that a lot. I don't know. Yeah. So that means when mom's away, the kids can play. Oh, I forgot she can hear us. I did have a thought the other day.
I am watching.
You're watching. Okay. You have things to do. Don't worry about us. We're going to be good.
I'm coughing, and I don't think it needs to be broadcast out.
Sometimes we should just
anyway.
Leave
now we've got the homework assignments out, and Regina is a watching. That's the rest of watch. Even an Esmeralda moment.
Oh boy, there we go.
Esmeralda at her finest.
And you know what?
And
Lara has a moment too sometimes. I call my partner calls my moments the blonde moment.
God, Jesus, child. Mm. Children, gotta love them. Just knocked down the flag I had up.
If
but,
we change the time somewhat, a little bit, push it back a little bit in the day, you have a family, Casey, and you have obligations. I don't know. Do you come home and cook supper? Do you have things to do with your kids that
usually.
obviously they need to take your time? You need to be doing those family things. So,
I'm
And
not
as we've
worried
seen-
to move it back very much. I don't know. It's just a question. Anyway, I think it's time to go. I've
Is
got to
it?
get off, and
there.
it's hard for
We've
me
made
to
some-
continue right at this moment. Anyway, I hate to leave because we just got to increase a bump in numbers here.
Well, you know what? They'll go back and read the comments, and I really think that the format and the length of time that you have in your show is pretty much where you should try to stay at. That's just my opinion. But
Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, in between an hour 15, hour 30. We've gone 2 hours once, and I don't know. It was okay. But
how long are we now? What time is it? Oh yeah, it's
we're an hour
20
16 right now.
So we can. Well, then we should start trying to wrap things up. And
yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Mm.
Yeah. So anyway, this was good. Yeah, I liked it. Francie says it was fun. Hey, thank you for all the help. And
Oh yeah,
I think
thank
we're
you.
pretty close. I mean, you guys liking this? Are we all liking this? What about the chat room? What do you think?
Maybe we can get that typed up in the comments so that people can reread it and
Oh, okay. Well, here,
add their-
I'll type that into the comments, and you guys keep talking.
oh no, I meant
Okay, well we're back, you and me
At
on
the,
our own again. She just keeps ditching us and leaving us out here in the great big YouTube world. The first time she did that, I panicked. I just sat there like oh no.
you in headlights.
Yeah, I was completely like that. Now I'm starting to get used to it. So she needed to do that. I need to learn how to stand up on my own 2 feet and be brave and not, get flustered at the drop of a hat.
And that was an issue that I had myself doing these streams. I've been on once with Marty. I've been on now several times with Regina, and that's actually helped a lot. Just being able to get comfortable staring back at myself, and
Yeah.
I've also always been one who is able to think quick on their feet. So I brought that with me, and it's definitely helped. And then also just the confidence that I've been building since I've been full time for the last year and a half now. So it's there's a little bit of a lot of different things.
We do build up confidence in ourselves with every little step we take forward like that,
Yeah.
I mean, you get a little more courageous and a little more willing to face the world, and that's amazing though. Yeah, I agree.
So there is what we've come up with so far.
Oh, you wrote it all out?
Yeah.
Hey,
Sure,
great.
man. I was working. But
You're a fast typer. Holy.
I can do 25 words a minute without mistakes, roughly.
Oh, I bet you I can do at least 8 or 9. I don't know. I'm a peck typer, especially on.
So this
whether
is
it's on
why
the
we
phone,
do it, Francie.
like this. I don't.
This is why. If it helps you,
Mhm.
keep telling us it helps, because that keeps us doing this.
Exactly.
And that's why. And so we're here for you. And thank you so much for saying that. That means a lot to me. And so let's wrap it up. I'm going to bring Christy back for a second so that we can all give a love out to everyone and just kind of end this for the day. And thank you so much, Christy, for
Am I here
moderating the chat room. You were busy. What are you saying here? Reach under your seats, folks. You get a hug, and you get a hug. You get a hug.
My
Oh,
machine's slow, and I'm assuming I'm live. So thanks for being on, everybody. It was great. It was a great chat. Love it.
Yeah.
You can cut me out now.
hey.
No, don't stay here.
Thanks.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. We're
Okay.
signing
Love you
out.
all. Hugs. Take care.